Hello, Lobo fans. Welcome back inside the Lobo Lounge. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy, and we have Rob Rimorin from the training staff at the University of New Mexico, Associate Athletic Trainer. Rob, how you doing, man?
Doing well. Life's pretty good right now.
You know, that's your backyard right there. Who's hanging out with you?
We got Bear was right behind me. He's a little guy, and then I have my other dog, Cersei, lab mix. She keeps me busy on top of two kids.
Super high energy, right?
Very, very, very. I can't run the energy out of her.
Now, you've got a growing family, Rob. I wanted you to introduce everybody to Lobo Faithful.
Yes, sir. Well, my wife, Erin, I don't know. She puts up with me somehow, but she sticks around. And I have a 4-year-old that will be 5 in September. Her name's Reagan. She loves princesses. Trying to get her into sports, but not having much luck. And newborn, 2 months old as of early March, right when all this pandemic started, Joshua, who's been keeping us busy. Luckily, I know how to sleep through the night with the cries, but he keeps mama up.
Well, congratulations on the newborn. That's fantastic. And I guess, we've talked about some silver linings during this pandemic, but the fact that you're getting a lot of extra at-home time with the family, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's actually, we were really worried with going into baseball season, how this was going to work out. My whole plan was take a little bit of the mornings off to take Reagan to school and then head into the office and then be there all afternoon taking care of the guys. And it ended up just working out where we had to shut everything down. And even with the training room, we decreased the amount of staff due to the state's orders. So it was nice to be able to actually watch him grow these first couple months, unlike just dropping in for a couple hours and saying hi and then hitting the road again with the team.
Speaking of hitting the road, actually, you're wearing a Lobo Baseball issued polo there with one of the great classic older Lobo logos on it. But you were out with the team in Texas, right, when all this happened?
Actually, I was not. We were worried of the delivery, and I didn't want to have to try to find a way home if something had happened. We were kind of in a high-risk situation, so I got to send one of our grad assistants out there so he could experience baseball and see how lovely of a sport and how we travel compared to football. And I unfortunately got to miss that whole, I don't know how you would say it, that whole experience, having to hear all the news and everything happen right on the fly.
Incredible. I mean, you're the primary trainer for the Lobo baseball team, and they were rolling winners of 6 straight and 14-4, and they just finished a midweek sweep of 2 games in San Antonio against Incarnate Word, and they traveled down the road to Austin, and I guess they were in the hotel, waiting for a series to start against Texas, and that's when they found out?
Yep. It was still kind of weird not being with them, but I still felt like I was there because the group me's, I'm watching the games online. I'm in all the message threads with the coaches, and then I'm also in contact with the players. If there's an issue, they're calling me, and then I'm talking to the GA that we sent. So it was almost like I was there, although I was receiving information sooner than they were. Granted, I wasn't at liberty to release anything because honestly, it was all hearsay. So we don't really let anything out that isn't concrete. But yeah, I was like, I can only imagine the emotions that were going through these kids because some of these guys I've spent 4 years with, and now their careers are over, and it's like you can't even be there to give them a hug and tell them, hey, man, everything's going to be okay.
And the team was playing so great at the time, too, and starting to receive votes and get some national recognition in the polls. And then, boom, the season's over. Rob Rimorin, Associate Athletic Trainer, is with us. In your role, you get to do a lot more than just the baseball team, and you got a chance to see spring football up close as well, Rob. They got in half of their allotted 15 practices, 8 of them, I believe, and you saw the energy around the program with the new head coach, Danny Gonzalez, and Rocky Long back in the fold as defensive coordinator. What did you see?
I can tell you as a fan and as a employee and a Lobo for life, since I did get both of my degrees from here, I'm really excited for what's to come. There is a whole different energy when you walk into Toe Diem. Everybody's excited. Everybody's breathing football. You can almost just taste the pigskin, and you just want it to start. I know the guys, the few that I have seen, they're really extremely happy and excited for the new coaching staff. Personally, like I said, again, as a fan, I was a student when Coach Long was here and Coach G, and those were some really fun times for me as a student working football games as an athletic training student. And I'm looking forward to having that same excitement and energy, and hopefully we get some wins, and we are able to re-energize the state.
It's great to hear. Exciting to hear. We have Rob Rimorin, an associate athletic trainer. And let's close with this, Rob. These are unique times. The kids are away from the facility, and not just the football players, but many who would be and could be training and getting better and getting ready for fall. How are you helping them right now sort of stay fit, stay ready, because it's hard. They're not getting the type of attention and work that they would normally get. So they want to be as ready as they can when they get back on campus, but there's still a lot of unknown.
Yeah. I'd have to credit a lot of that to Nate, our strength coach. He's sent out plans for guys to do to stay fit. I have been in contact with our rehab guys, who it kind of plays hand in hand with the strength and conditioning aspect, getting them back into condition for that return to play. For example, we have a kid that had a shoulder surgery and he's on his throwing program, but it's also transitioning back into his actual running program that the team would be doing post-throw. So I work with him with that. We do wellness checks, and this goes for everybody in our department. We do wellness checks every 2 weeks on our athletes if they have an issue or not. And so we're starting to see, we're asking what their activity levels are, what they're doing, and if we need to adjust or give examples. Like another example is I had a kid that isn't prone to injury, but asked some questions about how do I strengthen this? How do I maintain this so when I get back, I'll be fine. And so it's just a matter of picking out a few exercises, talking to them, see what the need is. I usually find some pictures, or I demonstrate myself, send them videos, and then let them go at it. And then when we follow up in a few days, ask them how it goes. And usually they say, oh, yeah, the issue's gone. But it's more like, well, continue doing what we've been doing, what we talked about. And there's no need to stop, because now we're going to fall back into our old patterns. But that's kind of how it's been working for us in that aspect of keeping these guys fit and in condition.
Well, Rob, we appreciate your time here in the Lobo Lounge. Thanks for all you do for Lobo student athletes and helping them stay fit and stay ready and stay healthy. And you and your family stay healthy and safe right now. And we look forward to seeing you back on campus full-time really soon.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys stay safe also.
Thank you so much. Rob Rimorin, Associate Athletic Trainer for the University of New Mexico. That'll do it for us for today in the Lobo Lounge. So long, everybody, and go Lobos.